right, good afternoon. I am Mark Talbot, Talbot, Chief of Police, Norfolk Police Department. So we're here today to talk about a missing child, Gabriella Todman, who's 15 years old and has been missing since July 23rd. She was last seen in the 8600 block of Myrtle Avenue between 12 and 1 p.m. on that day. Gabby is about 5'5" tall. She weighs about 135 pounds. She has brown eyes, curly, dark brown, shoulder-length hair. She was last seen wearing a black and green hoodie, black socks, black jeans, and black slides. On July 24th, Gabby's mother, Alexandra, reported her missing to us. We began investigating immediately. Gabby has gone missing in the past, but not for long periods of time. She typically would leave and come home within hours or within a day or so. Our detectives have worked the case nonstop. We didn't have any indication early on that this was any more than Gabby deciding that she didn't want to be home. On August 3rd, the investigation took a very concerning turn. On that day, Alexandra reported to our detectives that she received text and social media messages that were from a person who Alexandra believed was Gabby. We investigated that thoroughly. We do not believe that the messages came from Gabby at this point. We have more work to do related to those messages, much more investigative work, but at this point, we're asking for the public's help in finding out where Gabby might be at this point. So if there's anybody that has more information, if they could call us at 757-664-7000 so that we can help take her home. We'll take questions.
Chief, I'll just go ahead and start. I know you just talked about these text messages
Yes.
that came up in the investigation, and initially police had talked about concern for her well-being and her safety. Can you elaborate more as to NPD's concern for her well-being, especially given these text messages that came to light during this investigation, among maybe other factors?
So the text messages are initially what sparked a different thought about what might be happening with Gabby. The period of time that she's been gone at this point, there's no reason to believe that this is the same as she's done on previous occasions. We also became aware through the investigative process that she's having some problems in her life, like a lot of teens do. And there are other factors that we can't talk about at this point. Nevertheless, we are concerned for her safety.
Chief, what were the nature of these text messages? You say they were posing as Gabby. What can you say about the text?
The text messages were purportedly from Gabby. They were not. We do not believe that they were from her. We don't necessarily think that the person sending the messages meant any harm. We've gone a long way toward finding out more about those messages, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
At this point, she's been gone for a couple weeks now. At this point, what makes you guys so concerned that you want to come and ask for the public's help?
We've done a lot of work investigating the case, knocking on doors, talking to neighbors. We've worked closely with Gabby's mom. I've spoken to Gabby's mom directly. The time period itself is enough to say something different seems to be happening. The interactions that we had during the time where mom's getting the text and the social media messages, we've gotten some information from the public that also has increased the urgency around the investigation.
Can you elaborate on some of that information if that made you concerned from the public?
Not at this time.
Are you all concerned about a possible abduction or anything like that, which could potentially lead to Amber Alerts? What's the stance on that?
We're not ruling anything out. We have no evidence that would indicate that she was abducted. We have no suspects that we've been able to identify. But we were certainly not ruling anything out.
Chief, can you speak to, has police actively, you mentioned the messages and text, has police tracked or is police currently tracking the phone? And if you can elaborate on that if possible?
I don't want to say more about the messages. We don't want to compromise the investigation.
One more question. Chief, how's it for you? I mean, a 15-year-old girl, especially being gone for 2 weeks, especially just missing person cases in general, but this one being a 15-year-old, I mean, just how are you feeling just with everything that's gone on as you all still try to search for answers?
I'm feeling anxious, and there's a sense of urgency that we're bringing to this investigation, like we bring to all investigations. The reality of missing persons cases is they almost all work out fine, but not all of them, as we've seen on a number of occasions. So we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that this case works out just fine. Thank you so much.